Hello, OG! I'm Aiz, and this is Matia. Nandito tayo ngayon sa Tagaytay. Welcome to Ava's Blue House. Tara, pasok tayo! Initially, it was just the Blue House. During the time that we were constructing this house, and even when we were newly married, we had a Chihuahua. Her name is Ava. She's a long-haired Chihuahua. She was our baby, our friend, our companion, all throughout our marriage before we had our baby, because we waited for our baby for 8 years. So Ava was essentially our baby. And when we were constructing this, Ava was always with us. In April 2025, Ava passed away. So we thought that what better way to honor Ava than to name this house after her. So that's why it became Ava's Blue House.
I'm Aizaris Perez Mendoza. I'm a lawyer by profession. I'm 40 years old.
Nagsimula ito kasi yung husband ko, naghahanap talaga siya ng lote na malapit sa Lemery because he's from Lemery. And hindi naman masyadong malayo sa Manila. So he found this lot. It's 150 square meters on Facebook Marketplace lang. So it was during the pandemic. We found that it was reasonably priced and also maganda yung location niya. Maganda yung ambience. Gusto namin na Tagaytay kasi malamig, maganda yung climate niya. Yung lot din na napili, maganda yung view. Ganon siya nag-start. And then eventually, when our budget permitted, nag-ano kami na magpatayo na ng house. As regards the design, 95% po ako yung nag-design nito. Even yung measurements ng windows, the shape of the windows, the height of the countertops. I feel that my taste leans towards what is atypical. Kung hindi siya typical, parang nagre-resonate siya sa akin. So, I knew from the get-go na I wanted something na dark blue ang exterior, and then the interior, I knew na yung backsplash ng tiles ko, ayoko ng tiles na normal. Initially, I wanted Mactan stone, but then it was very, very expensive. So, I settled for vegan tiles, which I think mas napabuti. It was a better choice. It fitted the whole design. And yun. Also, meron ding a tall bookshelf, which was supposed to be a chimney. So, it failed. It was a failed plan. So, we shifted and made it into a bookshelf, a tall bookshelf. The lot size of this property is just 150 square meters. And then the floor area is approximately 100 square meters, including the exterior pool room and the exterior wet room. So first, from the entrance, we used not typical din ang aming fence. So, I use decorative hollow blocks to let the light and the air in. And then, we have a one-car garage. Meron tayong small garden in front before you enter the house. Once inside the house, you will be greeted by our living area. So, yung living area namin is furnished. Sofas and the chairs were made by different suppliers kasi ayoko ng matchy-matchy na furniture. Pero lahat yan budgeted. And then we also have a lamp there, a standing lamp. That one is originally from our condo, but since we had a baby na nga, it got transferred here. And then we have a painting there of me giving birth and my husband cutting the cord of my baby. Also, there's a frame of Ava, our pet chihuahua, the real owner of the house. from the living area, just a few, like 1 feet beside it, is the dining area. It has an 8-seater dining table. I really wanted something substantial for the space, so I asked a Pampanga artisan to create a dining table for me. So I found pegs from Pinterest, yung legs. So I found the legs on Pinterest, and then I said, gusto ko yung tabletop, mukha siyang gamit na, mukhang tinadtara na siya ng mga meat. And then I also wanted something recycled. So the wood used for the dining table were salvaged wood from century-old houses in Vigan. The lighting fixture, I sourced it from Binondo. Maraming iba't iba sa Binondo, nakaka-overwhelm. Pero I just wanted something very simple kasi gusto ko talaga mag-stand out yung dining table. So from the dining area, you can go to the pool room, which is actually an exterior part of the house. And then directly beside it is a common toilet and bath. Just outside the pool room actually has a very good view of the pool. Meron tayong small pool dyan. I think it's approximately 3 by 6 meters. It also has a small jacuzzi, and deepest part of the pool is, I think, 5 feet. The pool also has a view of pine trees. The wall there is glass para hindi feeling constricted. Even if the area is small, we don't feel constricted because we see the other side of the lot. The property also has a fully equipped kitchen. The backsplash is vegan tiles and not the typical tiles that you see in other homes. As you noticed, the house has glass all over. I opted for huge windows and huge glass doors para you won't feel the size of the house. Again, the first floor of the main house is just 50 square meters. So it's really small. But with the light coming in and the view from outside, you won't steal it. That's why we wanted it to feel like indoor-outdoor. We chose tiles that are not slippery, parang concrete lang, parang indoor-outdoor, ganon. Also, the windows sa kitchen natin, may ledge siya na pwede kang magbigay ng food sa nagsiswimming nang hindi nahihirapan. So, the idea really is, kahit nasa labas ka, kasama mo pa rin yung nasa loob. And kahit nasa loob ka, parang kasama mo pa rin yung nasa labas. Dito sa staircase, it's made of wood also. Initially, ayaw namin lagyan ng backing. Gusto namin sana hollow yung staircase, yung makikita yung ilalim. Pero doon papasok yung practicality ng husband ko. Kasi sabi niya, pag nakapalda ang girls, makikitaan. Tama nga naman. Pero ang idea is supposedly so that the light can go stream through the dining area, dining space, which is just almost right below the stairs. Pero yun nga, tama nga naman. So, mas maganda naman din ang kinalabasan. Nagkaroon din ng privacy kahit kaunti. And then, as we go upstairs pa, there is this tall bookshelf. It's supposed to be floor to ceiling. Pero, we opted na rin to cut it short just to make the living area a little bit bigger. This tall bookshelf initially was supposed to be a chimney. Because pangarap nga namin na para kang nasa ibang bansa, nilalamig ka pa, chimney ka. But then, the design was flawed. So it was a failure na sabi nung nakakitang experienced na karpentero, ma'am, tatagas to eventually. So sabi ko na lang, let's shift, isarado nyo na lang yan, wala na tayong chimney. Let's shift, let's make it into a bookshelf. Kasi marami rin akong collection na libro. Sa second floor, you'll also see a small living area. It has 2 cloud sofas, which you can parang push together. It will make a very large bed. We have 2 bedrooms. in the master bedroom, we have one queen bed. From the master bedroom, you have the access to the balcony. And then you'll see the pool and the surrounding pine trees of the property. Also, it has an ensuite toilet and bath. So, meron tayong bathtub doon na maliit lang. And then, we also have a second bedroom equipped with 2 bunk beds. We also have a common toilet and bath na nandito lang siya sa tabi ng isang bedroom. What's interesting in the common toilet and bath sa second floor, yun yung mga floor tiles na maliliit. Yung parang bibilihin mo siya na parang nakanet. So, pinagupit-gupit ko pa siya para makuha yung pattern na gusto ko. I think unique yung property kasi talagang personalities and taste namin yung sinunod namin dito nung ginagawa siya, nung fina-furnish namin siya. Actually, even yung paint, ako mismo yung pumunta dun sa paint shop para magpatimpla. And then, talagang mafe-feel mo na may totoong taong nakatira. Hindi siya cookie cutter, hindi siya basic. May personality yung house. Mafe-feel mo yung warmth niya, mafe-feel mo na pinaghirapan siya, pinag-ipunan siya. Kahit maliit siya, hindi mo feel na budget endeavor. Kasi siguro
pinag-isipan namin talaga kung anong ilalagay namin dito.
I think yun yung unique sa kanya. There were a lot of challenges when we were constructing the home. Of course, una, because we are based in Manila. So, hindi kami parating nakakapunta dito kasi may work. So, kung kailan lang kami libre, magli-leave pa bago namin ma-check yung nangyayari dito. And then, there were also internal problems doon sa manpower kasi hindi pala lahat kaya yung vision mo. Karoon kami ng challenge sa skill and yun sa labor. Yun, so medyo natagalan siya actually. Tapos syempre yung budget mo, yung babudgetin mo rin, yung finances mo. Yun yung mga challenges namin. Number 1 is follow your gut. Follow your taste. Kung ano sa tingin mo yung maganda para sa'yo, huwag kang mahihiyang i-push yun kahit na yung iba kasi ma-weirdan, lalo na kapag hindi naman nila usually na ririnig yung ganong mga requests or ganong mga ideas. Push mo kasi una, sa'yo naman yung bahay and ikaw naman talaga ang gagamit. So, ang consideration mo lang doon is would that affect the structure, yung design mo. Siyempre, kung it would affect the structure, wag mo nang i-push. Pero, kung aesthetic lang naman, push mo na yan. Tapos, one lesson also is to adjust. Like, for example, yung chimney na nag-fail, adjust ka na lang. So, it was a better idea actually to make it into a bookshelf. The mactan stone na masyadong way out of budget, naging vegan tiles na mas napaganda pa. Yun, so you learn to adjust. Also, get a good, reliable contractor with skilled personnel. Yun yung one big lesson talaga. Since this is our first project na magpatayo ng isang property. Yun yung isang talagang tumatak sa akin. Find a reputable contractor that has already experienced building something that you're envisioning. So, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. My advice would be, you have to know what you want. You have to know what you want. What's your vision? What's your budget? Also, be open with your partner. So kung ang partner mo, ang strength is finances, siya mag-handle ng finances, then you let him handle the finances. Kung ang strength mo is aesthetic, then he should be humble enough to let you handle the aesthetic part of the project. So yun yung tingin kong magiging advice ko. It's very personal. As in, yung mga gamit dito, gamit talaga ng family namin. Na when we first welcomed our first guest, parang, oh my God, gagamitin niya yung parang masakit sa puso na hindi mo kakilala yung gagamit. At the same time, nakakataba ng puso kasi sobrang appreciative nila. So, sobrang nakakatawa. Siguro nafe-feel nila hindi sa nagaganda kasi maraming magagandang bahay. Feeling ko nafe-feel nila yung hard work, yung love. Naiiyak talaga ako. Yung love, yung memories na na-spend dito sa bahay na to. And talagang precious kasi sa amin kasi first property and project naming mag-asawa. Wala pa kaming anak hanggang sa nagkaanak na kami. So, very, very, very special talaga. It's a very personal house na when I welcome guests, I really welcome them into our home. It's not a rental home, it's really our home. Because we live here on weekends and holidays. It's a real lived-in home. So every time napupuri ang bahay, talaga naaalala namin si Ava kasi siya talaga yung kasama namin ever since binili yung lupa, nag-groundbreaking, nagpintura. Kasama ko si Ava dun sa paint shop. Kasama ko si Ava nag-check ng supplier ng upuan. Kasama ko si Ava noon lahat. So, Ava is a very welcoming, happy dog. I think nafe-feel nila yun kasi yung bahay, happy house. So, I think isang malaking bagay talaga na this house honors Ava's name. It's Ava's a warm, loving dog, and I think people can see the warmth and the love of Ava in this house, embodied by this house.
Want to share your house and get featured? Email us at stories.onlygood@gmail.com and tell us about your interesting home story. For more videos like this, subscribe to OG and be part of the community.